Friday, 4:47 p.m. Pip sends her weekly report on Slack. Double-checked it. Twice. Proofread every line. Hit send. Felt fine for about 11 seconds. Her manager replies, "Got it." Not "got it," not "thanks Pip, looks great," not even a thumbs up. Just "got it." Full stop. And something shifts. Not in the room, not on the screen, somewhere behind her ribs. She reads it again. "Got it." She reads it a third time, like the words might rearrange themselves into something warmer. They don't. Her hands are cold now. There's a weight on her sternum that wasn't there 30 seconds ago. She tries to rationalize. She was probably busy, but the rational voice is a whisper, and the alarm in her chest is a siren. By the time she closes her laptop, her brain has already written 3 versions of Monday's meeting, and in all of them, she's being let go. She didn't cry, she didn't panic, she just went quiet, scrolled through her phone for 2 hours without seeing anything, went to bed early, couldn't sleep. All weekend, over a single punctuation mark. And the worst part, she knows it's irrational. She knows her manager probably typed it while walking to a meeting. She knows this, but knowing doesn't turn it off. Because this isn't a thinking problem, it's a wiring problem. And if you've ever lost a weekend or a relationship or a shot at something you wanted because of a tone, a pause, or a dot at the end of a sentence, then what I'm about to explain might be the most useful thing you hear all month. There's a word most people have never heard, and the moment they hear it, 95% of them start crying. Not because it's sad, because it's the first time someone described exactly what's been happening inside them. The word is Rejection Sensitive Dysphoria, RSD. Dr. William Dodson, a psychiatrist in Denver who spent decades treating ADHD, put a name to it. When he explains it to patients for the first time, nearly all of them say the same thing. "Oh my God, that's me. I thought I was just broken." About a quarter of them tell him this, not the ADHD, not the focus issues, this is the thing that has damaged their life the most. Dysphoria is a Greek word. It doesn't mean sadness, it means unbearable. What Pip felt wasn't disappointment, it was her body responding to 2 words and a dot, as if something genuinely dangerous had just happened. And her body wasn't wrong, at least not from the brain's perspective. Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA put people in an fMRI machine and had them play a simple ball tossing game. Halfway through, the other players stopped throwing to them, just quietly cut them out. The brain region that lit up, the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, was the exact same region that activates during physical pain. Social rejection, physical pain, same address in the brain. So when Pip felt that pressure behind her ribs, that wasn't drama. That was her nervous system processing a punctuation mark with the same machinery it uses to process a punch to the chest. Now layer this. A 2018 study in Psychological Science found that people with high rejection sensitivity tend to have a larger, more reactive amygdala. You heard me talk about this last episode. The amygdala hijacks your ability to start a task by treating a blank page like a threat. Same circuit, different trigger. Last episode, the threat was a deadline. This episode, the threat is a dot. When that alarm fires, the prefrontal cortex, context, proportion, rational thought, gets sidelined. What's left is raw signal. Your brain skips every reasonable explanation and lands on the worst one. Psychologists call it mind reading, the automatic assumption that you know what someone is thinking with zero evidence, not maybe she was in a rush, straight to she's done with me. And the real damage isn't the pain itself, it's what people build around it to survive. Dodson identified 3 armor strategies. The first, people-pleasing. Say yes to everything. Never give anyone a reason to reject you. Absorb every demand until there's nothing left of your own shape. If you watched episode 5, that's the engine underneath it. The second, perfectionism. If your work is flawless, no one can criticize it. So you rewrite the email 11 times. Stay 2 hours late. Burn out not from the work, but from the prevention. This connects to last episode, the procrastination, the paralysis before the blank page. A lot of that is perfectionism, and a lot of that perfectionism is RSD wearing a productivity mask. The third, giving up. Never try, never get rejected. Don't apply, don't ask, don't text first. It looks like apathy from the outside. From the inside, it's the most expensive insurance policy you'll ever pay for. One of those just hit you. And I need you to hear this. None of them are personality flaws. They're survival strategies, built by a nervous system that learned somewhere along the way that rejection isn't just unpleasant, it's unsurvivable. You see this everywhere once you know what to look for. Ziggy goes out with friends, laughs all night, gets home, closes the door, and the projector turns on. He replays every sentence he said, scanning for the one joke that landed wrong, the one moment he was too much. He's not reflecting, he's performing an autopsy on a night that was already dead the moment he walked through his front door. Finn has liked someone for 4 months. He's typed a message maybe 30 times, deleted it 30 times. Not because he doesn't know what to say, because his nervous system already ran every version of the conversation, and in every single one, he gets rejected. So he puts the phone down, rejects himself before they get the chance. He calls it being realistic. His amygdala calls it mission accomplished. Bruno presents an idea at a team meeting. His manager says one word, interesting, nothing else, moves to the next item. Bruno spends the next 30 minutes decoding that word like it's encrypted military intelligence. Interesting good, interesting bad, interesting I'm about to be replaced. By the time the meeting ends, he's mentally updating his resume. It's the "we need to talk" text that turns a Tuesday into a 3-hour panic spiral. The thumbs up reaction you're 90% sure is passive-aggressive. The group chat where no one responded for 6 minutes. And in those 6 minutes, you've already decided you're the person everyone tolerates, but nobody actually wants there. Constant surveillance, constant translation, a courtroom running 24 hours a day inside your skull, where you are always the defendant. The feeling is real. The pain in your chest, the cold hands, that's neurological. You can't turn it off. But the story your brain builds on top of that feeling, the verdict it reaches in 4 seconds with zero evidence, that you can interrupt. Your brain is running a trial right now, but it's rigged. The prosecution presents its case. She used a full stop. She's disappointed. You're done. And there's no defense attorney, no cross-examination, just a gavel.
So you call a defense attorney, open your notes app, 2 columns, prosecution and defense. Left side, every piece of evidence your brain is using against you. She usually uses exclamation marks. She didn't say thanks. Right side, everything that contradicts the story. She told me last Tuesday my reports were strong. She sends 1-word replies every Friday afternoon. A full stop is punctuation, not a weapon. Pip did this. Her prosecution had 1 piece of evidence. Her defense had 3. Case dismissed. Your brain has been running a kangaroo court. All you're doing is demanding a fair trial. 30 seconds. When the spiral starts, pause. Come up with 3 explanations for that person's behavior that have nothing to do with you. Bruno tried this after interesting. 1, his manager had a budget review due the next morning and her brain was already somewhere else. 2, she says interesting the way some people say, filler, not a verdict. 3, she was interested, but the meeting ran long. The point isn't to find the right answer. The point is to break the monopoly. Your brain gave the worst explanation 100% of the microphone. You just split it 4 ways. That's enough to downgrade a catastrophe to a maybe. This is for the dangerous moments, where the pain turns into action, the defensive text, the resignation email, the "forget it, I know you're not interested anyway" message. Don't send it. Write it. All of it. Every raw, ugly word. Pour it into your notes app. Then close it. Set a timer, 24 hours. Your amygdala's emotional spike peaks within about 20 to 30 minutes. It's a flash flood, not a river. 24 hours gives your prefrontal cortex time to come back online. The feeling is enormous, but it has a shelf life. Finn used this. He wrote the defensive message, "Forget it, I know you're not interested anyway," put it in drafts, went to sleep. Next morning, read it once and deleted it. Not because the fear was gone. The fear was still there, but the certainty was gone. And fear without certainty is just a question. Questions, unlike verdicts, can be answered. Here's your challenge this week. The next time a text, a tone, or a dot at the end of a sentence sends your brain into a courtroom, don't react. Open your Notes app, write the story your brain is telling you. Then underneath, write 3 facts, not feelings, not interpretations, just things you can prove. If the case still holds up after 24 hours, react then. But I promise you, almost every time, it gets thrown out before morning. Pip still feels the sting of that full stop. She probably always will. That's how her nervous system works, and there's no shame in that. But she stopped letting a punctuation mark be the judge, the jury, and the executioner of her entire weekend. She didn't stop feeling it. She just stopped letting the feeling finish the sentence.